Testing, testing. Hello. It has. It's been a long time. I hope you guys are well too. I'm great. How are you guys? It's good to see you. If you guys want to post a question, I'll pull for you. It has been a minute. I'm gonna I'm gonna pin this really quick. One moment, please. Hey, Casey, what's up? Hey, it's good to see you guys. Okay. What I'm getting for you is that there's a situation where something's been extremely like imbalanced. It could be a partnership. Maybe you've had a breakup, or there's a partnership within work or something that's not going right. You'll be the determining of the energy here. Nonetheless, there's a situation where things have felt very unstable. It's been hard, it's been difficult. Maybe you received a truth that has asked you to step out and do something in a way that you've never done before. I feel like we're still actively in this transition, this bit of difficulty. Okay. I feel like you've really had to go within recently to find the truth, find the answers. And I feel like for you, what Spirit wants you to know is that the answers are within you, okay? That you might be going through a difficult time, but it's to shake away the things that have really made you question things, that has really made you feel stuck, like you couldn't move forward, or the things that have really created illusion or confusion in your world. So, what Spirit wants you to know is truth is coming and expansion is coming, okay? Achievement of something that you've wanted to accomplish here. And I heard the truth will set you free. So, that's what I got for you. Makes sense with the Justice card in reverse. Assets. I can see that in the energy. Sagittarius is also law. Well, I definitely feel like the truth will set you free. I feel like that makes sense too, what you just said right there, with Aquarius on the table, because it does deal with technologies and whatnot. So I feel like you definitely will be having accomplishment after a period of feeling stuck or a period of things just being chaotic. It'll go forward for you. Things have been difficult because even when you have what you felt like was enough in this energy, it felt like you couldn't push through, even though what you felt like was enough, and you had to dig deeper, right? Because Scorpio's underneath, so you've had to dig deeper to get the information or get that truth out there, right? Mm-hmm. So yeah, I can see you've been through it. It's almost as if you're trying to show the truth of what you already knew within, right? Like it's like that's what I'm saying. Hey Jano, what's up? Members jump to the front of the line, Jano, so if you got a question. And with Daddy Saturn here, things are difficult. It's like you get that outcome that you're looking for. It's just you have to work super hard at it or put a lot more effort in, right? And it takes a little longer than expected. So he was definitely feeling stuck, right? But the cycle's coming to a close here. Definitely. Difficult energy, that's for sure. Hey, Ave. How you doing, honey? I just seen you. Always, Alpha. Hopefully that's not extremely long. I shuffle kind of aggressively. The answer is yes. And yes. I feel like you had a difficult breakup here. Things were very confusing, or there's been a difficulty within the connection. I can tell you that. There's been a situation or a point in time where you felt like it could potentially end, if it didn't for a period of time here. And I feel like there's been a lot of adjustment when it comes to learning about love and unconditional love, and really learning to love and how you serve each other with that love, like what you do for each other, the nice, sweet things that you do. And I feel like um, there is some energy here that is almost as if it's an initiation energy to move this forward from sort of not expanding to expanding, right? But something in this energy has to be worked through and released in order for that to occur. But I do feel like um, whatever this is can be overcome. And I feel like there definitely is an energy where this person chooses you, chooses to be with you, and you, of course, are choosing to be with this person. It's about creating solutions. Um, and really, the nitty gritty work of being in a long term relationship um, isn't always fantasy, right? 12th house, it's not always a fairy tale. There is difficult times, and you learn to work with each other and be that support system for each other as you move through life together. So the answer is yes and yes. Wish you blessings and thank you for coming. Hello. You're welcome, baby. So glad to see you guys. Wow. Okay. Nice. What is coming towards you? Hello, Shorty. I definitely see a partnership or relationship here. So it could be both. Maybe you're signing a contract, or maybe there is something you want to do or buy that requires you to sign a contract. But I do still see relationship here. I feel like you definitely are pulling in this stability energy, both in work and love. I feel like you could have an abundance of connection coming up in this energy for you. Okay. So, what's coming toward you? Partnership, relationship, contracts, ones that you have manifested, but you felt like would be very difficult to achieve. I do see a very deep connection coming in, um, or someone that you may partner with that has a lot of power or has a lot of influence. So it's looking pretty good for you. Um, I just want to add that I feel like as well, where you felt like you couldn't proceed forward, that energy is starting to let up and you're able to expand out or move forward, creating a more positive or optimistic outlook, which then amplifies this energy to you. Okay. Welcome in, everyone. Oops, sorry. Trying to scroll and say hi to you guys as you come in as well. Sorry about that. Trying to get your questions marked as well. Welcome in, everyone. So that's what I see coming towards you. Bless you and thank you for coming in. Shorty, yes. You're so welcome. It's good to see you. So I feel like you've definitely had some difficulty when it comes to relationships. There's been relationships that you've been in where you felt confused, like there was a lack of clarity. Um, and I feel like almost no closure at times. But I do feel like you do have a relationship coming in. I feel like you will proceed cautiously as you go forward. But I feel like you're also healing. There's something, or maybe like a breakup in the past here that was pretty difficult that you have worked on releasing. But at times it will come back up. I feel like you have really spent this time working on you and your heart and your needs and wants and what you see love as. And I think that this particular individual coming in looks like one that is very much seeking to be stable and have a stable home. And I think that's really important to you. They do show their love with acts of kindness. And not only do I feel like a relationship with acts of kindness or contribution, I feel like a lot of people in this year ahead will be doing that towards you. I feel like people might just want to help you more than they ever have, or they might you might have some people come forward that show like unconditional love for you, like love you in times where you want to hide or retreat. But I feel like for you mostly, you've spent a period of time, you know, resting from love. Let's just say that, because you needed to do some work, you needed to heal, you needed to like see that a situation that went awry wasn't like your fault. You just needed to heal yourself and forgive. I think there might have been um, a little bit of difficulty as you proceeded forward. It wasn't an easy thing to heal from or an easy thing to get over. I feel like you definitely felt this one. And so you've gained wisdom as you proceed forward. And I feel like you're more selective on who you choose to partner with in matters of relationship. It has to be reciprocal. Let's just say in place, you have in place um, what your necessities are. Okay, you've upped your standards, you've upped the expectation. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. We should all um, be treated the way we want to be treated. But this has a new relationship all over it. The full card, unity. I'm seeing if anything else jumps out. I think that you realized too when you were doing this healing, I'm not going to like dig much deeper, but I think that you realized when you were doing this healing that you was actually holding on to something that you didn't know you were holding on to. Because when you're actively doing the work, it's overwhelming emotionally. We all feel that way, and we'll have these periods of like breakthrough, and then these periods where things will bubble back up and we're like, oh, that's still there. Okay, like I need to work on that. But this is more like a cognitive understanding of something way back that really hurt you, and you've kind of carried it with you throughout life, and you've resolved that and you've let it go. Now you're going to know what that is. Okay. And so what it's doing is it's pulling in an energy of stability and like legacy as you proceed forward with love, making a home. So the majority of what I see for you in 2026 is a solid relationship. That future will turn into a home. You know what I'm saying? Like a something that has legacy, something that has roots to it. You're wanting to have those roots with someone that is of reciprocal energy. So keep doing what you're doing. I'm extremely proud of you. You've been through a very difficult time, and you are pulling in the right energy. Let's say that. What kind of man will he be? Stable. Will have a good job. Definitely acts of kindness. Financially reciprocal. This could be the type of relationship, and I'm not saying this in like a a demeanoring way, but if you wanted to stay home, you would be able to because this particular partner is stable. They definitely can hold their own, but they're very loving as well. I feel like they don't really like a whole lot of disharmony within the home. They're communicative. They try to keep things very balanced. They seem very fair. I will say that. And I don't feel like this is someone who's very overly constrained on like this is your task, this is my task. It's more like you work together. That's the type of person. So very helpful, very very balanced, considers you, the type of person that will do little things for you if you need them done to help take the strain off of you. So let's say you have to do something and you need gas in your car. This is the type of person that would go gas your car up. You know what I mean? Like do things like that for you as well. Welcome in. It's good to see you guys. Hello. Hello, hello. Just star in your questions. D, if you post a question, members jump to the front of the line. I'm probably going to do a little bigger reading for members. So that's what I see for you. So it's not bad. I mean, I think that you have manifested this. You've really put a lot of work into healing. So, don't discount that, pat yourself on the back because you've been through a lot. I'm really proud of you. Good job. Bless you and thank you for coming. You got this. Oops. Let me see. I'm looking for it. Oh, thank you, Shorty. You don't have to do that. I love you. Thank you. Andrea, I don't see your question. If you don't mind to post it really quick while I'm paying attention, I'll star it. If you don't care. Hi, how are you? Welcome in. Got it. I got it. Thank you so much. Welcome in. Bear with me. I have not been live in a very long time, as you all know. All right, if you're a member, you're going to jump to the front of the line, okay? Because they're my members, and then we'll proceed forward, okay? So Jano is a member. Thank you for your support and love, Jano. Greatly appreciate it. Also, D is a member and has posted a question, so we'll do Jano and D. And then we will proceed forward. Isabel, you'll be next after D. It's good to see you guys. I love you, Shorty. You know it. I know it has. Jano, it really has. Okay. I love you, soul brother. Members are going to get a little bit longer of a reading because they support me in a different way here. So I want to show my love and appreciation. So we're going to do a little bit of an extended reading here. Not super long, but enough to give them, show them the love. I don't know if I'll be able to fit all this on here, but I'm going to try deeply for you here. Bear with me one moment, please. Okay, so what do I see for you, Jano? What is coming for you in the future? Well, I can tell you this. Expansion, expansion, expansion. When the North Node hits, Aquarius will be an interesting time for you as well here. I do see you manifesting a partnership, and I do see a home situation, combined family, combined together. Lots of romance, lots of love. So you asked me what's coming in the future here. Relationship, romance, connection, creation, creativity. Okay. Expansion. Specifically, partnership. Okay. So, but I do feel like, and am beckoned to tell you when that North Node hits Aquarius, it's going to be good. You've really been working on this time within, like your heart, love, what it means to you, healing things, you know, you've really been working on this. And I feel like you're coming out on the other side of this with a different belief about who you are. You know, you're seeing the truth of what is the most valuable thing, and it's something in you, within you. Okay. I feel like you definitely have your mind on relationship, partnership, and I do feel like you will get that. Okay. You're very you're very good to ask for advice right now because you're in an energy where you come through all of this and you have like truth, right? You're seeing very true to what it is. And it's not just a true philosophy or a belief or anything like this. It's literally like the bigger picture truth. And I feel like most of the work has been, you know, within you and your heart. You know, you've had to really let some tough situations go here. And I think I said this in one of the readings that I did for members, and the full length readings was sometimes when we hold on to things from the past, it can block our heart being fully connected, fully leading the way in our life, right? You figured out what that was and you've worked on that. And I feel like you definitely are creating an energy of um, being really tapped in and connected to a very strong intuition as you've healed and pulled sort of these daggers out of your heart, leading with your heart, walking with your heart. And I feel like you understand that all of this was, you can't see it, but a necessary like it was a necessary in order for you to be able to transition into this new understanding of this beautiful inside of you, you know? And I feel like you're pulling in someone who's very loving. We've got the King and Queen of Cups. Okay. Love is their philosophy as well. This is someone who also is walking forward in relationship with their heart. And you understand that you have shared depth with certain people that were unable to understand that, right? They weren't able to meet themselves deeply, and it had nothing to do with anything other than that. And I think that you woke some people up as you proceeded forward, helped them to be able to see some things that were deeply within them that they were unaware of. But you really want to merge or have a deep connection with someone that has been most certainly on your mind and your energy. And this truth that you find within you allows you to be able to proceed forward. It's giving you that action, that energy to see the truth of a situation, of a way of seeing something, letting that go and to form a new truth or a new belief as you proceed forward, you know. What we believe, how we perceive is how we move forward, right? It creates what we do action wise. And I feel like you have a new truth, a new meaning, a new purpose. And it's allowing the path that was sort of hidden to illuminate. I just heard, God bless the broken road that led me straight to you. You might not feel that way now, but you may in the future here. And you know, I want to bring this up. At one point, you felt some abandonment. You felt abandoned and unloved, and you're starting to see that you are loved. You're loved by um, the individuals around you that really are meant to be there, right? You definitely have a community or friends and or group that you have the same belief system that definitely love you genuinely for who you are here with the Ace of Cups. But you're manifesting a dream, Jano, you know. It's feeling very Virgo Pisces, like taking that dream and making it a reality. But we had to go through a little bit of hardship and release some things here. Not a little bit, it was a lot of it. I'm not going to minimize it, but you've released some things. So, congratulations, you've done the work. I'm very proud of you. You've released some heavy things, right? In order for you to be able to connect and to be able to pull in the right type of energy that's going to appreciate, okay, what you have here, which is beautiful. But I feel like when that North Node shifts into Aquarius, I feel like what relationship you start in here could get very serious. It could even end up in like um, a home situation. So that's what's coming. I'm going to say you guys have a lot in common too. So there's an understanding, like a common truth, a common understanding here, which bonds you deeply, right? And there's a morality with the both of you that is interwoven into this as you proceed forward, right? There could be some talks, and this is not near future, but there could be some talks of possible relocation, either you or this particular person. Okay. It could be that, or you'll be talking about potentially purchasing a home. Okay. Because the home that you have will either need to be expanded, worked on to accommodate. You know what I mean? And that's what I got for you, Jano. Not bad, not bad. Pretty good. D, you're up next. Give me one moment, please. Copy that. You're welcome, Jano. Love you, soul brother. Thank you so much for supporting me and loving me. Give me one moment, D. I shall return. I'm going to mute it, so if you don't hear anything, don't freak out. It's me actually doing that, muting the microphone. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's do it. Shout out to D. Thank you for being my soul sister, supporting me, members. Appreciate you very much. Love you. A lot of swords here. I know you can't probably see all. Hello, welcome in. Members go to the front of the line, so I'm just trying to get the members' readings to get a little bit longer, and then we'll proceed forward. Showing love and support for my members. Welcome in, welcome in. Okay, D. Welcome in. Glad to have you. If you'd like a question, you can just post one and I'll definitely get to you. It takes me a minute though. I'm a little bit slow. I haven't been live for a little bit, so bear with me. But we're glad to have you. D. I feel like there's going to be some challenges when it comes to work here in this relationship. Okay, I feel like work could be an obstacle. Okay, as you, yes ma'am, there. I feel like work could be an obstacle as you proceed forward. I don't feel like it's anything that you can't work through, figure out. It's going to require some different ways to proceed forward in the relationship. I do feel like there could be a lot of talking online and whatnot, FaceTiming and such. Okay. There could be a consideration moving forward, whether you should consider it because of this relocation of work or this traveling of work. Okay. I do see that. And at some point here, you may talk about possibly like moving locations, or this person may have to move locations. So take it if they pull back, take it like in stride right now. Not all the answers are going to be upfront. Okay. I feel like you guys can work through this and have some expansion here, but this is this person's dream job. Okay, that's what makes this so difficult. It is everything this person has worked for or ever wanted, dream job wise. And as with any situation in life, sometimes things kind of happen that we don't anticipate. This is like a dream that he has, right? But he thought that he wasn't going to get it. And then when this comes in, he's like, I don't really know what to do here, because there's an energy where he may feel like he needs to detach in order to move forward in this dream, right? But you can have both. It just may not look like what you thought it was going to look like. And that's something that he'll have to um, release belief wise. I feel like this person is trying to proceed forward to manifest this dream, this future. And I think that there was a downfall for this person because they were actually building someone else's dreams and future, you know. So this is a big deal in the energy shift for this person. They have a lot of love to give. And definitely feel like, you know, they've had situations where it's not been the easiest. You know, they've invested in other people, and it scares them sometimes, you know, because it didn't pan out well in the past. And one of the biggest things for this person is building someone else's dreams and future, you know, not realizing at the same time that they were sort of giving up their dream, right? The letter R is jumping out to me. I don't know why. Maybe you will understand what that means. I don't think this person will be able to commit, they feel, in a deep way, because they feel like they're going to be at a distance, and that might get them in their head on whether they can give you the things that you need. They just have a lot going on this year coming up, is what it looks like to me. A lot of changes, shifts, movements. And it's something with work where they belong to a group, right? Their routines will be shifted and changed. I feel like, you know, that moment when you do get something that you want, and I know I've dealt with clients before, like they will manifest really hard to try to get like this certain job or something, and then when they get it, it's so overwhelming. They like don't know, they didn't really think about how that was going to shift everything and change everything, and they're sort of playing by ear as it happens, trying to like find their footing. It's a very overwhelming energy. So, and I almost feel like there's an energy where, you know, there's a friendship being built between the two of you too. Now, any good relationship, it starts with a friendship, right? Like, you know, this person, friends are able to talk. Relationship, you should be able to talk more freely and whatnot. But I think that when it's a friend, you know, they love you unconditionally, and you build like this rapport with each other that's different, you know. And then if you can shift it into a love relationship, those are the best kind of relationships, right? But I feel like this person is building, they're trying to get close to you. They are trying to let you know that they do have feelings for you and they have a lot of love to give. Um I feel like again, like I said, they may seem like a little detached, but it's like they're trying to get to know you on a friend level to see like what you guys have in common, what's going on. So it feels like the very beginning of a relationship, and once it starts getting serious, that's when I feel like um and there could be a relocation with work, like I said, but once it gets serious and this relocation with work happens, it's like I feel this person's energy like pulled towards you, like King of Wands. It's pulled towards you. It's King of Wands with a magician, wanting to create action, to be around you. And I feel like there could be a bit of a turbulent period where they're adjusting to this new job, this role, because it is a lot of responsibility. There's a lot going on. But I feel like this is a different type of a relationship. It's not your typical relationship. There's something here that creates a uniqueness within the vibration between you and this person. Whether it's like a relationship at a distance, maybe it could be a work relationship. I don't know if you kind of, that could be something that happens. Maybe this person does the same thing you do and they end up in the same location or something, and it's like you guys can't tell who you're working with, or I don't know. Like there's something here that's very different. I will say that it's coming in as Uranus energy, and you may not be able to be freely open about everything that's going on. That might be what I'm picking up on here. Like you have to keep it inside or kind of keep it quiet or something. Like, or it's like maybe you work, because I got double 10 here, so maybe you work in the same place or same location or same type of industry, and you guys are at a place where your boss is at, or there's mutual bosses, and you're like, oh, this is my friend, this is my friend so and so. But you're really kind of in a relationship, but you're not telling people that. It's kind of something you're just keeping for yourself. It's not something that you're blasting out into public information, because, and I do have Virgo here as well. It's insane. It's like a lot of work. Sixth house, Virgo, 10th house, reputation, public. It's like a privacy is necessary here. I just seen that letter R again. I feel like you and this individual, I feel like Jimmy really does have emotion for you. Um or it's a very strong familial bond, but it's almost like you can't, I feel like you can't tell people like where you work or something, or there's a distance here that's like understood between the both of you. I don't know. It's interesting energy. Let me see what you're saying. Yes, we will start. Oh, we will start working together next month. Oh, okay. That makes perfect sense. So what I'm picking up on, that is the shift that I think you are mentioning. Yes. I mean, fingers crossed, a romantic relationship does develop, even if we do have to keep it under wraps, which I would prefer anyways. I feel like that's what's going to happen. I feel like you could, that makes perfect sense. I was getting a little bit like, what is the R? Do you know what the R is? D. I keep seeing the letter R. Um, so hi Elena. Um, it's different with Uranus energy, because I feel like you have to kind of make it out to people like your friends, but you're really in a relationship and you're trying to keep that professional, like there's a separation there. And if you're saying you prefer that, maybe that's this person respecting that, like most certainly could be what I'm getting. But there is a relocation that I'm getting in the energy, and that would be this person relocating to your area. Jupiter as well can be, location. This person will honor that if that's what you seek, because they're coming in as a Jupiter energy, like, honoring that belief or that morality of like what it is that you seek. This is also a good thing for this person. Like they have manifested something like this stability wise, or this is something that they've always dreamed of. Um, if they're pulling in that 10th house career type of thing, again, remember reciprocally, they're pulling in also home, right? Like they're wanting a home, they're wanting a family, they're wanting stability in that sector, energetically speaking. And so they're trying to manifest trust from you, manifest trust in this new position, this new job, and manifest trust in um, relationships in general, but unconditional love. I'm seeing a lily. I don't know what R is at all. Eventually, you'll figure it out. It's very strong, the letter R. It could be a name, it could be a location, it could be. This person, too, is coming in with an energy of creating their own path. Again, working on their dreams right now, and one of their dreams is to be feel a sense of belonging. Honestly, I just want to tell them. Yes, but so I feel like you guys are pretty close friendship wise. I do. If you don't consider this person close friend or like really getting to know them, they do you. Like you're going to be the person that they are looking to in this huge tower, like transition energy to, like, you know what I mean? To create that stability. Like they're going to lean on you uh, emotionally and during this big transition in their life. I don't think this person would even be relocating if you weren't in this location. It's because of you. I'm not saying that this job isn't a bonus as well, because this is something that this person's always wanted, but more so than not, this person's wanting a stable home, some legacy, you know what I mean, is really what's coming through for this person, is legacy. I mean, reputation's important as well if we're proceeding up the ladder of success here in career in the 10th house, but this person's really looking towards like legacy and someone to build with. They're absolutely letting go of their path or the way before, and they're moving towards the future here. So if this person's finding success and achievement in this job, then the dream that they're building, their future is in home, if you kind of get what I'm saying. That energy is being channeled into home, building a family, building, because the energy is clearly telling me that this person is not building someone else's dream, right? They're wanting to build their own dream. And there's a lot of hope in you. This person has hope because you're a sense of understanding, and you guys have causes, I guess. Like this person knows that you can understand them on a deeper level because you're doing the same type of things day to day, you know. But career is big here. I mean, it is stability and career. I'm getting Capricorn energy, 10th house. I mean, it's very much career is the big shift. My advice is that you can never go wrong with expressing, you know, the truth of how you feel about somebody. But again, I feel like because this person is working in the same location, there will be a lot of prying eyes, a lot of gossip, and I kind of see why you want to keep that on the down low, especially because of the situation where you have sort of this ideal or this emotion for this person and you want things to go a certain way because that gossip and stuff could create turmoil that could be problematic here. um, it's difficult to work with somebody that you are in a relationship. um, it can be hard sometimes, and I think for those people who work with family, it's harder, you know, because there's not a boundary there between whatever that title is, like father and boss, you know, son and boss, or son and coworker, you know. But I see this person relocating to your location. That's definitely going to happen. I can see that. So if there was a question on whether this person would, they're going to. I do feel like you guys will be working in the same area, 10th house, 10th house. I feel like you could even be working on projects together in the 10th house here where you're building things together. And that's what makes this sort of a different type of relationship with Uranus, right? Because if you're having to betray that you're friends because of professionalism and whatnot, that does put a little bit of difficulty there, right? Especially with the swords in the 10th, I mean, in the 6th house of work and day to day, you know? Yes, I do. But you will have to express your feelings at some point here. But I'm going to tell you something, D. I feel like this person wouldn't even be relocating if it wasn't for you. So there's already feelings there from this person. This person is under a lot of stress right now, though. I would definitely let them get in and get settled before we had any talks like that, you know, because they're under a huge transition period, as you know. They've had to let go of everything that they've known and basically start over. But yeah, there will be a conversation, I feel like, between the two of you um, about moving this into relationship status, because when you're talking about Capricorn, that is the long haul. And what does a Capricorn need? Um, they don't realize this, and Capricorns don't come for me. I love you. My mother's a Capricorn. My brother's a Capricorn. I've been around a lot of Capricorns. They need a loving family at home. You know, that's what they need, down deep. And they need to be appreciated, you know, and so if this person's energy is very focused on legacy and reputation and whatnot, that doesn't mean that they're neglecting family and home, right? It means that they need that in order to balance out this energy. Capricorns that have a loving family behind them are like in their power, you know. Not saying that Capricorns who don't have like a situation at home that's bad cannot proceed forward, because we all know they can, right? But you know, they're tough. They can definitely proceed through trial and tribulations. But that's what I see. I see you guys ending up in something solid here. I don't think that it will be swift. I think it's going to take some time, especially with Saturn's influence here. Um, and I think that there will be a lot of being around each other, of course, if you're working together. And then, of course, the friendship's going to get pretty deep. And then I feel like it transitions to a different level here. I just split the deck to the Empress. Okay. It might be like a sudden type of situation where this person, it just, things happen. uh, then they might feel bad because they're like, oh, is this what she wanted? I don't know. But you do have emotion and feeling for each other. So, you know what I mean? Like, that's why this person is moving, I feel like, is you. All right, one moment, please. You're so welcome. I'm still starring your questions. I grabbed my members, they jumped to the front. And then we'll proceed forward with the short readings. I still have the list, so when you post the question, I'm starring it. Hi, Elena. Thank you so much. Whoa. One moment, please. Elena, I want to tell you something. This person still very much loves you. Okay. They have been under horrible, contraction energy or constraint energy by Saturn here. And it sounds like in their health from what I'm seeing here. I feel like this person has felt like they could not give you what you deserved. Okay. I felt like they really needed to seek people of wisdom in their situation. So this is not something that was easily healed or easily overcome when it come to this illness. They definitely had to seek professionals and multiple professionals. Okay. I feel like they still have a hope and a dream here with Venus and Aquarius of potentially being able to build with you and move forward with this unity. But I feel like they're still actively going through problems when it comes to health. And what you need to know is that this person didn't cut you off because of any other reason than their health. They needed to invest all of their energy in getting this healed. Okay. I do feel like they could get a breakthrough in health here, though, right? The Wheel of Fortune is coming, and so it could complete a situation. They might have some luck, a breakthrough in that, and be able to proceed forward and regain some stability here. in their life and be able to structure this Saturn energy so it doesn't feel like smothering on them. Okay. They really have this energy as well. They want to be able to work and bring something to the table before they proceed forward in a love relationship, because believe it or not, this person's energy is one that is very much with valor. They want to be the one who's bringing in money, bringing in stability. Okay. And I feel bad for this person because it made them question their energy as a partner, as their worth as well. It's terrible. And something was embarrassing with this health situation. It's like one thing, but it also has to deal with other things that are extremely embarrassing. And so, to an example, say you have an illness of um, irritable bowel. Okay, this is just an example. I'm just giving you an example. And you have this amazing career and you have to go publicly speak for your company, but you're freaked out because you may have to go to the bathroom in a strange place. All right, or maybe you have this amazing partner, but you're afraid to be intimate because you might have to embarrassingly retreat to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? It's sort of like that. So there's some empathy for this person. I cannot help it. It's something that they are embarrassed about. It's embarrassing. Even though I know that you would be accepting and loving, this person is embarrassed. And they have sunk all of their energy into trying to fix this situation because they really feel like their life cannot expand forward until they get this healed. And I'm going to tell you something. They are trying to work on releasing that belief because that belief is actually a lie, because they could have always moved forward with you. You know what I mean? But, this Aquarius energy with Venus touching it is letting me also know that there is this blessing energy coming in when it comes to health, because Aquarius can be health to me as well, future health. They have become extremely health conscious, and their drive is even more to, to use Saturn as a way to create stability in their life and not exclusion, because it feels very exclusive. So they may reject this belief, this idea that they have to be perfect, because nobody's perfect, to proceed forward with the things that they love and want to do here. All right. So this person still loves you. They still want to be with you. Okay. They're just embarrassed. And I'm not saying anything wrong, because everybody deals with things how they do, right? But this person's energy is very masculine, and whenever they have this illness, it makes them feel like demasculated, embarrassed. And I'm gonna tell you guys out there, all you men listening, there's women that love you no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there is a woman out there that won't, but there is a lot of women that would be considerate and understanding of that situation. So don't be quick to not be with them, right? Because you're embarrassed or afraid. That's all I'm saying. Because what you might feel like as an obstacle, they might not see it that bad. But I'm not going to discount your feelings. If you're embarrassed, and that is okay too. Nobody's saying for you to do anything you don't want to do. I'm just saying some people will love you unconditionally. Some people won't look at that situation as the end all be all, but support you in that, love you in that. But it's just, I feel bad for this person. I really do. They are working so hard to try to balance this out. They really want to balance this out. Okay. They want clarity so bad on what they can do to fix it. It's definitely dominated their energy, honey. So I don't have anything bad to say about this person. Again, I just split it to the 10 of cups. They still absolutely and utterly love you. They still think about you. Um, they still do. However, I know it's difficult for you, because they're not present. I can definitely feel that and see that, because you're very loving and you're the type of energy that would accept what this person is ashamed of, because it's not their fault. They cannot help it. They cannot help it. This person cannot help it. I mean, they're not out here doing any shady shit. Literally, this person has a health condition that's embarrassing to them, which is heartbreaking to me, because this person is not a bad person. They're not a bad person at all. And they've had to struggle with a fear of losing what they have had, including you. You know what I'm saying? Because of this health problem, it's been very debilitating for this person. Very, very debilitating. And they've had to seek a higher understanding in people who are specialists. They've been through a ton of specialists. I'm going to tell you, this is a tough situation, because we cannot force anybody to do anything, Um, what I want for you is to understand that it's not anything you did wrong. It's not anything like that. This is literally this person's embarrassment is why they pulled away. And while I know that you would love and support this person in this, their belief is that they aren't worthy. And if they don't believe that they're worthy, there is nothing you can do. You could try to tell them all day long, it's not going to matter. They have to release that belief themselves, right? And so they're desiring to walk through this alone because of embarrassment. So you can, I know it's been tough probably for you, like not probably, I know a year, that's so long, but I don't want you to stop your life um, because you haven't heard anything and wait. If this person is meant to come back around and overcome this, which I do see they'll be having some breakthroughs in health, but that doesn't mean completely healed yet. I can see pretty far out anyway, but I do see this person getting a breakthrough there a little bit, overcoming slowly, and slowly with Saturn takes a while. But I don't want you putting your life on hold, because this person is embarrassed, because it's not like you've done anything wrong, and you're a wonderful, beautiful person, and you deserve to be loved, and you deserve to be in a reciprocal relationship where someone's present. I just don't want you to carry this with you feeling as if you've done something, because it literally is not you. You love and support. I can see that. I know that in the energy. You were willing to love this person, Venus and Aquarius, Even if it was just friends, if that's what they needed, you were okay with that. But I don't want you to put your life on hold, because you have a lot coming up for you here. Okay? This person's silence has been difficult for you. But there is light at the end of the tunnel. There is truth. And the truth is, sometimes action can let you know more than anything. And if this person isn't coming forward for illumination or communication with you, then they want to be not heard and not spoken to. As hard as that is, they're not coming forward. You know what I mean right now. And you deserve love. You deserve to be happy. And my biggest concern, like I said, is that you're carrying it in your heart, that it's something you could have done differently, and it literally is not you. I need you to understand that, Elena. But you have positive stuff coming up in your energy, Elena, and that's why um I don't want you to be overly wondering and getting thinking like, should I reach out to this person? If this person wants to speak to you, they will. Okay. And that's hard. That's difficult. I know that it's difficult. Um, and it's not even something that you did. So it's not like you can apologize. You didn't do anything wrong, honey. This literally is a health problem with this person, which makes it terrible, you know? Um, but you're in an energy where it's about the truth of, do you want to be in a relationship? Do you want to be connected to somebody? Because you have a couple of energies that are coming towards you where you could have a loving, reciprocal, romantic relationship here, but it's going to require you, and that's only something you can answer though, honey. I'm not going to ever push you. I love you and whatever you want to do. But you do have opportunity to be entering into some pretty committed relationships here, because it is coming in your energy towards you. If you can accept that this person moved away from embarrassment because of this health situation, and that you done everything you could and it wasn't anything that you done, and move forward knowing that you were a beautiful, wonderful person that would have loved this person through it all, but they chose to become silent from embarrassment. Um, you have such an opportunity here, Elena. Such an opportunity to move forward. I mean, but it requires, being able to heal and release, because we always have to let go of a belief of something, and when you're saying DM, that's divine masculine energy, and it's hard, I get that. But I do feel another divine masculine energy coming your way here for release. Like, if you can release this situation, do you see this? Girl, girl. You know what I mean? I hope you've seen this. I'm just sliding them. Um, so I feel like this for you is really about um, knowing that you're a good person, you have this beautiful light within you, and you letting that shine. I don't want you to hold the pain of this in your heart that blocks your heart from being open and receiving, or pushing out this electromagnetic energy to pull in this connection, because it looks wonderful if you want it. But I'm always gonna love you in it. You do you, honey. It is what it is. I'm just here to tell you that there is an opportunity here coming, and it's not very far off in the future here. Mm-mm. It's pretty close if you are willing to, um, if you're willing to accept what is, and that we can't influence or change other people. And um, this person knows, Elena, that you love them. Um, but the hard part is, it's like, it is a health situation, so you can't get, I cannot be upset with this person, because I get the embarrassment aspect of it, but you have to be present, right, in order to have a relationship. And I was talking to my members in one of the readings that I did on there, and that's the difficult part, because the line between the past and the future, or the past and the present, is like just simply them not being present anymore. And if he's been absent for a year, he's moved into the past, right? So our mindset has to move to the future, and what it is that we want to manifest, and we want to build for a future. And that's difficult, right? When emotions are involved, when love is involved, and we still have the memories of what was. But beautiful, beautiful relationship coming your way if you're open to it. You'll have to let me know how this goes, because I am so interested in this connection coming towards you, Elena. So interested. Ooh-wee. Okay. This person has some Leo energy, Elena. The one coming towards you. This new love relationship. All right. Give me a moment. We're going to start going through these questions. Let me see here. No more no more questions, please, until I get caught back up. Okay, she's talking. One moment, please. Okay. All right, Isabella, things will be definitely expansive for you. Um, yes, I can definitely see that. Lots of partnership, lots of, contracts here, lots of work, lots of expansion. Saturn is actually um, working in your favor here, energetically speaking, and I feel like you have something of value and worth that like no one else does on the market. You're doing something outside of the box, which makes you very sought after. Okay. You said you're starting your real estate career in January, and I'm signing with Keller Williams. Definitely see that going well for you. Okay. Definitely see you stacking some pinnacles here, moving forward. It looks very, very good. Just you doing what you do. Um, I feel like you definitely will get um, acknowledgement for the choices that you make and the timing that you make them in. Okay. I do see that. I really feel like for you, it's all about career and moving forward and work, reputation, and legacy right now. I feel like you're really valuing yourself, valuing what you have to bring to the table. So that seems to be what is working in your favor here. There's a lot of need though, as you proceed forward to apply this sort of structure and discipline that you have as you proceed forward that allows you to have even more partnerships and connections and contracts. So just know it's going to be busy for you when it comes to work and money. I mean, majorly busy. Um, I do feel like you're going to have connections as you move forward that will even bring you into more situations and things that will bring you more sense of like income and doing things here. So it's looking pretty good for you. Oh yeah. Eventually, I see you starting your own real estate company, but that's a little bit in the future here. I feel like you're going to work to get a clientele base and a group going here first. Okay. Getting those connections. So it's looking really good for you. Beautiful, beautiful. I did not, Jano. If you two want to pop your questions up, then I will grab them because I did not see them. Sometimes when I read, I get distracted, and so I don't give everybody. Sorry about that. If you want to go ahead and pop your question up, I'll go ahead and star it so I don't forget. I get indelved in the readings and I don't look at the stuff. Sorry. All right, I grabbed you. I got you. And then got you. I got you both. Okay, so let me proceed forward. Sorry about that. I get so into the readings that sometimes I don't. I don't know, baby. I don't know. I don't know, baby. I was talking to my son. Sorry. Okay, let's do it. Sorry. Yes, you'll be able to come to this live. You do not have to stay. You definitely will. Thank you for your understanding. It's been a while since I've been live, so. Okay, let's see. Yes, I definitely see you've been overthinking, but definitely not losing your frequency, I will say. Just let's say refining it. You've been removing the things in your mind that need to go, right? In order to manifest or alchemize the situation, honey. So I definitely see you getting this job. I see you getting notoriety or noticed, in order to um, and that's how you get it here. I don't know if it's something that you're known for, something that you really worked upon here, but I definitely feel like you're very intellectual. Like you do know a lot about whatever this is. I feel like you'll feel connected, like connected to a group of people. There's like almost like this social construct here of like people that can connect you to other individuals, like a network or something. Um, I feel like you most certainly are going to get this job, though, especially with Jupiter here blessing the energy. Okay. Someone will choose you. You will have a decision to make for sure here. Definitely see that. Don't be too hard on yourself. Like you're kind of saying like that you have been overthinking and losing your frequency. I don't feel that at all. If anything, you've been removing the things that don't need to be there, right? Refining your frequency. And I do feel like for you, the biggest thing is knowing that where the mind goes, energy flows. And so you have very powerful thoughts. Like you can make it happen. Like you have definitely mind over matter. I will say that. Um, it's quite interesting. But I do feel like you will be in a leadership position, like for sure. Like there's going to be a group of people that sort of depend on you or look to you for like advice because you're very intellectual with whatever this is. And so it's just like the universe clearing out the things in your mind that don't need to be there as you proceed forward to take this role on, that you wanted. I see a lot of like future mind for you and like um let's say it this way, your mind is on the future. So anything that was sort of remnant from the past that was unutilizable, I see that being removed. So, yes, the answer is yes. So if you need to overthink for a little bit to get those thoughts out of there that are not useful, then you do that. But you are not losing your frequency. You look just fine. You have Jupiter here, and it's just bringing you truth and clarity, honey. That's all. Just truth and clarity. Looks good. You're very welcome. It's definitely Leo energy here, so definitely leadership, stage presence. Okay. You're a performer, though. That makes perfect sense with Leo here. Perfect sense. Perfect sense. You bring something unique to the table, though. You have something that's different that people haven't experienced yet. So that definitely sets you apart from the rest. You're noticeable for sure. You got it. I just read the energy, baby. That's all. You did the work. Yeah, I'm going to tell you guys, don't come and ask me if you don't want to know the truth. Because I am not going to lie to you. Okay. Oh. So here's the deal. You asked what's going to happen with your work situation after the accident last night. Well, the truth is definitely going to come out. It's definitely going to come out, honey. And I feel like things could be a little iffy as you proceed forward, because there could be some legalities here, you know, some speaks of legalities. And, you know, I feel like there is some consideration, because I have Virgo here, about like talking about what a solution could be and how to proceed forward so that this doesn't happen anymore. I'm not sure what happened, but it was pretty decent because Daddy Saturn's here. You know what I'm saying? Like, however, I feel like you're very important. You know, there is something that you have within you that it can't be reproducible, you know? And I think it's the way that you appreciate doing service or whatever it is that you're doing in a unique way, okay? I think that there needs to be a structure or a limit or a boundary on you giving in certain situations, okay? And I think that after this situation, you definitely do understand that. I'm going to pull one clarification card for this justice. I feel like there could be a situation where they let you go. I don't know what happened, and I'm sorry to be like saying that because I know nobody wants to hear that. It won't happen right away, but it's almost like it's a shame because you bring something to the table that's very much unique. You know, it's a uniqueness that you bring. I think that this is also the universe, you know, trying to push you out of a situation where you can't and harness your energy to the full extent. In other words, you're not a conformist. Okay. And so when you conform or you have to be in a situation where somebody has you to conform, it's disruptive to your energy. And I feel like Saturn, or not Saturn, but I feel like Uranus energy is coming in and doing like this sudden shift and change so that you will find another way to express or to serve. Okay. Now, that doesn't make it feel any better, what I'm saying, because if you really need this job and you really like this situation, or you know, you needed the situation in your life, it's difficult. You know, it makes it difficult because you're like, oh, what am I going to do? It's teaching you to structure and sort of have discipline and your worth and how that's displayed and who you give that to, and like having a stern boundary in there, right? Of like overextending. I definitely feel like that after it's like going to be investigated or looked into, and I feel like there was some things that wasn't followed the way that it was supposed to, whether it was like code or whatever, and that's where they'll find the grounds to sort of like break that contract with you or let you go. Okay. I don't want to leave you hanging like that though. That's terrible. So give me one for future energy. I do feel like you will be fine. You don't probably feel that way right now, but I do feel like you will be fine. You're going to find a situation that is more in alignment with how your energy is to be expressed, right? It's a nonconformist type of energy where you have some more freedom to decide and do things in the way in which you want to. And it also allows you some temperance in the energy where you don't feel like you have to prove something or like overextend or like people are like overburdening you with like you know information or like workflow that it just makes you feel sort of like caged in, So I feel like those are all of the things that is being removed. Sometimes we can get in a situation where, we don't really like our job or we don't like what we're doing, but we're doing it because we have to pay our bills or like there's a reason why. And that transition period can be scary. But sometimes the universe will step in and say, okay, enough is enough. Like, you can't do this anymore. Like, we're going to suddenly shift you here. So you have to change. And that's uncomfortable. It is not fun. It's not fun, especially for you, because I feel like you like to have things a little bit planned out when it comes to financials and stuff like that, or like you like to have things a little bit planned out. So you're feeling a little bit up in the air there, like you don't like that, but I'm sorry, it's probably not what you wanted to hear, but I have to tell you the truth. I feel like this is a newness for you though. Okay, there is a newness. And if it I hate to say this like this, but like it's almost like someone's blaming you, and it's not solely your fault, it's not your fault, or it's not your fault that something happened, or someone's like acting like there was an inaction or something, like, and it's not. This has nothing really to do with like fault, but everything to do with the universe sort of suddenly shifting and moving you, right? That's kind of what I'm feeling. um So I'm sorry. I know that's probably not what you wanted to hear, but I can't lie to you. I can't. So sorry. It's gonna be all right though. You'll have something better come along. I can see that. Hey Star, how you doing, soul sister? Hold on one moment. Don't hold on. One moment, please. My son is attending a dance and I had to tell him he looked cute and, all the things. All right. Let's check it out. There's the Leo energy. What you're hearing is my garage door opening, which I apologize. That's really squeaky. Yeah, I can see the silence. Okay, so what do I see? I definitely see your Leo energy here coming in very strong. This person still loves you. I mean, oh, you can't see. Hold on. So sorry about that. This Leo still loves you. They have felt like detached from their self even. You know, there's this energy where they've sort of really been trying to find their heart again, find like what they love again here. And you definitely are all in that energy, okay? Um, I feel like this person is feeling very confused right now because they've had to release some things within their heart that has sort of blocked them from moving forward or being able to be completely open and loving to manifest a relationship here in the future. So they've really been trying to, Sagittarius, expand, release the belief, expand um, their light, expand their heart, expand um, who they truly are. And some things have been difficult because Uranus this year is saying that there's been some sudden shifts and changes when it comes to like reputation, legacy, and maybe there was a choice here that sort of halted, okay, because of that. I don't know that this has any importance right now, but this person's having some issues with work. Okay, I don't know if it's just stress at work or things just aren't good at work or there's some dramatic energy at work or something like that, but like they've been struggling in the 10th house. Okay, maybe they're considering doing something different for work. They're questioning if what they're doing is what they're supposed to be doing, if it's right and in alignment, and they just sort of questioned everything. I feel like they've definitely been withdrawn with the high priestess here. Very withdrawn, very much going within self. But I do feel like this new upcoming is coming on here, like where they're going to step back out and do things in a different way. And I see this person reaching back out to you. Okay. It's like they're trying to refine who they are inside, their strength, their heart. It's like their heart was weighed down with things um, that was preventing them from truly being present, and I said this in one of my readings. If you're the king of the past, everybody forgets you, right? Because you're not present. So it's like this person's really retreated hard to try to figure out how to let go of the things that have been difficult, and I feel like this person's been feeling an emotional strain. And some of it was in silence, I don't feel like they really talked about what was happening inside. But there's like this switch flip that's happening here, energetically speaking, to where this person is unapologetically going to move forward in a sense of heart here. Okay, so I do feel like this person definitely um, is still thinking about you, um, still loves you and cares about you very much. Oops, my cat just jumped up here. I'm so sorry. Yee. You gotta get down. Come here. Hold on. We just had a little Leo arrive. Not really. He's a Scorpio, but he's still a cat, so. Okay, so sorry about that. So it even shows you right there. I just said I feel like there's gonna be like a switch that's flipped, and like you're gonna hear from this person. And then my cat jumped up here, so it's always a sign. But and he's a Scorpio, so again, I feel like your person has been dealing with a lot of emotional depth and like deep things within that sort of held them tied to the past, and they couldn't really proceed forward. You know what I mean? Like fully 100% forward. And they've been spending this time isolated, not just from you, but from everybody. I don't think anybody's really heard a lot from this person, you know, because they've been really trying to work on and release this belief or release whatever this is that's kept them stuck. And it's within their heart space. They've been pretty pulled back. And I feel like this person's really reflecting upon like what they want in the future, like what dreams they have, what future do they want to build, like what legacy here. And some of this person's energy may have been, too attached to an idea of a way of being. So, you know, an example, they've always resonated with being a certain subname or surname or something, and then they realize that there's so much more than that, right? Like it's like something like that. This is very deep energy here. I'm trying to give you what you need without going super in depth. I feel like the silence has been for everybody, not just you. But I feel like this person will come forward. There will be some communication. And again, like I said, I feel like this person's definitely been going within. There's a new leap of faith that's coming here. And Uranus is definitely like fueling that. Okay. And I feel like this had to do with the mind because we have, Gemini here. So it was like the mind and the heart being in cohesion, but like the mind being focused on future instead of the past. If that makes sense. Okay, so I've got. Okay. So hopefully that helps you. I mean, he does want to buy a house, but I don't know where I fit into that future. I still feel like he feels for you. There's love for you there. It's just everything got confusing for this person, like all at once. You're in this person's heart for sure. Releasing an old way of seeing things was really mostly the past. All right. Bless you all. Hopefully you'll, for those of you that didn't have the advice that you was looking for or the truth that you was looking for, hopefully you understand that there's always a positive way to work that out. And though it might feel difficult, sometimes it's to remove and release the things that are sort of blocking the situation. Okay. I do appreciate you all being here. Thank you very much. Okay. I believe that this person does want to be with you. However, I'm a little bit apprehensive, but I'm going to tell you this. This person's going against people. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if there's someone that sort of advises them and they're like, this probably isn't a good idea, but this person feels very strongly enough to uproot their life and not be long distance and actually be around you. Okay. I feel like that it's going to require this person to release everything they've ever known. Okay, I'm talking like changing their entire routine, their day to day life, like all of this stuff. So that's like a big deal. Um, and this person is releasing sort of like this over identification with a group as they do this, but also there's an energy here where they feel like they're going to be rejected from people within this group that's advising them against this. Okay. This person wants a change. I feel like this person will marry you if that's what you seek. I don't feel like it'll be long distance because I feel like this person would definitely move locations to be with you. um, and I believe that they're very serious as they talk about this union or connection. I do. They serve sort of like this common, or they've been part of this social group or something that serves a common cause, and this person not being present would be an issue for that situation, but this person is wanting to make a decision, and that decision is to be married to you, right? It's to manifest being married to you. The just card is coming out, be in a legal binding contract with you. So I feel like this person will. He said, will Lucky marry me? Yes, Lucky will marry you. I don't think that it's an issue, any kind of differences, because love is bilingual, biracial. You know what I'm saying? Like this person does have a lot of emotion for you, and they do want to commit to you. Okay, I do feel like things could get a little rough if you do move forward with this. Things could get a little bit rough when the North Node moves into Aquarius, because this person has certain things that they do that's a little bit different from you. Okay, that changes the way that they do things, like day to day, like daily routines and whatnot, or work. Okay, there's some work that goes into um, what they believe or what they do, as you as well. Like it's just a little bit different, but it's not anything that I feel like is going to be too big of an obstacle. The biggest thing that I'm seeing is this person's tower energy to like completely drop everything they've ever known to be with you and legitly honor what they're saying and marry you. And that takes or that requires an energy of like love and like empathy in that, because that's a huge um it's a huge transition, like, and all at once. Hey, Nicole. Yes, I will pull for you. You're my member. Absolutely. I got you, Nicole. Members jump to the top of the line, and when I say I'm not reading anymore, I will squeeze you guys in because you are my soul family. You love and support me, and I got your back. So hopefully that helps you. I'm not saying it's going to be super easy transition. I mean, this person's going to need a lot of love and reinforcement and whatnot, just, support, because they are willing to drop everything for you, like 100%. They really are. They want to be close to you. Excuse me. You're very welcome, honey. Okay, what do I see for you? You're asking me about the month of December. December could be a little bit interesting because I feel like you're going to have to suspend action or not move forward on something that you have structured or something that you were wanting to accomplish or achieve um, prior to the close of the year. You know what I mean? Like it's almost something that you wanted to complete and put out there, and it's like you can't do that yet. Um, I feel like there is a situation here where you are continuing to put some work into something that you thought was already ready. Okay, so suspended action on pushing something out that you've created or that you have really put some work into here. It's because a belief is changing with you. There is this understanding or this belief that you're releasing when it comes to partnerships and people that you allow in and around your energy, right? I feel like withholding back a bit on the release or completion of whatever this is. I definitely feel like the expansion from this will be a lot bigger, right? Because whatever this belief is when it comes to other people, I feel like it definitely um, it definitely was going to keep it from expanding so much, if that makes sense. That's frustrating though, because when you've worked on something so hard and you feel like it's ready and then you're like, wait, it's not ready. You're like, really? And it becomes this thing where you're wanting to get it out, but you don't want to jump the gun. And I feel like you're not trying to push it out before it's ready. You know, this is something that you've put a lot of work and effort into, a lot. Um, Interesting. There's some Gemini energy here. I'm not really sure if it's like a way of thinking. Maybe it's something that you're writing. It could be something that's written or something that was thought, and then you know, it's just not complete yet. You're wanting it to be genuinely true to you. Okay. So the majority of your energy in December is sort of something that you thought you were going to complete or move forward with, you're not going to be able to yet because you found something out, a truth, a belief that you released that before you share this with someone else or before you put this out, you want to correct um this information or correct this, and then it will be complete. So just know that this suspended action is temporary, right? Because it has to do more with like about the reach of this expansion when you do pull it out or push it out. Um, and I feel like it creates massive, massive change in your life when you do complete this or push it out. And I'm wanting to say into the public because 10,000 is public reputation. It could be a job or something that you're doing. You've worked really hard on something and it's like really embodying that to completion. It's like you're going through the birth process, and it's like that contraction phase. It's like to birth something and bring life. It's like there has to be some pain, and it's like you've been through some pain trying to like create this and get it right, refine it, structure it. You know what I mean? Like, I want to tell you, don't fear rejection, because I feel like if you do this little pause, this suspended action, to see it from a different perspective here, maybe with Sagittarius, it will definitely be far more reaching and expansive. Okay. That's what I got for you. So expect to be working on something, refining it, okay, in the month of December. Hey, soul sister. How are you? I just want to thank everybody for being here. I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate your patience with me as I proceed forward here. We're better now that you're here. Whoops. Oops. Wow. You got a big leap of faith coming. Full. Okay, so I feel like you've had a really, really difficult time here where things just was so confusing. And you're like, when is this ever going to freaking move forward? When am I ever going to get clarity? Like, I just want to move forward. And it seems like when you've tried to move forward, like things would sort of like come back up and like the movement would stop. And it was very frustrating for you for a while here. Um, Very frustrating. But you're coming in with the energy of really releasing, moving forward, good fortune. Honestly, to be honest with you, it's very much Sagittarian energy. I don't know if you have a Venus in Sag or what's going on with that, but you're definitely getting that breakthrough, getting that movement where you felt stuck, stagnant, like you couldn't quite complete something. You're getting that new beginning, you're getting that completion, that wholeness, fulfillment almost like as you move forward. I just heard finally a turning point. I feel like you're proceeding forward day to day and really embodying the energy of trying to move to calmer waters, to peaceful waters, to proceed forward here. Um, you understand that everything that happened was sort of necessary in order for you to be where you're at. If you don't feel that way yet, you will here in the future as you proceed forward. But you have a lot of discipline inside. You've been very disciplined through this whole situation, and like this whole situation has really showed you like how strong you are, and the fact that hello, you can accomplish anything no matter what is going on. You're going to still drive forward. It might not be the big drive and the steps that you want, but you're going to proceed forward nonetheless. You know what I mean? Like you are like not backing down. You're coming in with the energy of I am going forward. I don't care if it's slow or steady. I'm driving forward. But it's created this energy within you of like fortune. Like you're not taking no for an answer. Like one door closes, I'm gonna open the window and I'm gonna go this way. Like you're not taking no. You want this new beginning. And I feel like you're really looking for people to enter your life. They're about teamwork and or about like working together. Like that's really important for you right now. Um, I feel like you've had a really rough way to go when it comes to like some home life stuff or maybe like familial ties or like roots or ancestry here. It's been pretty difficult. Maybe you didn't have the support that you needed as you was going through all this difficulty or this rough time. You may not even be speaking with someone, maybe a parent or something like that. Or you might not be speaking with um, someone whom you felt like was just not supportive. Maybe they knew what was going on, but like didn't offer to um, say anything here. Maybe someone needs to apologize to you, but they haven't. or that you don't feel like they will. And so you're like accepting the situation for what it is, and you're like moving forward because you desire peace. Um you desire calmer waters. And I feel like there's been a lot of movement for you. Like, I don't know if you've actually had to relocate or move or something like that, but if it's not physical movement, then it's like emotional movement here, because this is heavy with the 9 of Swords. You've had a lot of anxiety. The 9 of Swords can say anxiety to me, like even depression at times, and because it's a lack of support. And you're coming in with this energy where you need a good support system at home. You need to have a family that's loving you and supporting you, more than anything. And so I feel like you're kind of like building that family around you. You know what I mean? Like, you're getting people around you that are in a reciprocity for like that loving leader type of energy, that are encouraging you, that are willing to share a load with you, to work with you. You know what I mean? Like, not just push you out there on your own. And I think that's some of why you felt like you could not drive forward, or it was more difficult to move forward. You're actually removing people who refuse to reciprocate that energy. You know what I mean? Like, and I hate that, because I feel almost like you had to actually like move and not talk to somebody because they were so toxic that you just can. I mean, no matter what you did or what happened, like, I just feel like no matter what you did, it just like you couldn't resolve it. This person was very much a source of anxiety, and just, ooh, Mufasa. It was very, very heavy. But I feel like you're moving forward, and I feel like you are really building like stable partnerships, relationships here as you proceed forward. You've been very resourceful. Tag. Tag, get down. You can't, like, oh, come on, Baba. Come here. Tag. Come here. Oh, no. Bub. Hold on a second. My cat just literally laid on your spread. Are you serious right now, buddy? Buddy. For those of you that don't know, I got a new cat. Her name's Aurora. She hasn't jumped up here yet, but I know there's a card under your butt. There it is. Sorry. You know him, he's got to make his appearance. Bubba. Okay. Um, he's demanding attention. So I feel like you aren't waiting anymore. Did you see how like he just jumped up here? At least he's done that for somebody else too. But like, you're not waiting, you're taking a leap of faith, and I feel like you're moving. I really feel like you're moving, or you will be moving locations or something like that. Maybe moving away. If it's not physically, because he jumped up here, it may just be like um, moving away from someone who is quite toxic. But you're building relationships that are you know committed as you move forward, that are um Bobby, you're purring so loud. Purring so loud. Can you guys hear him purring? He's being so loud. Baba. Baba. Aw. Can you guys hear him purring? He's so loud. Um Anyways, you're building partnerships and connections where it's reciprocal, which is new for you because you're usually the one doing all the work. I can't believe how much weight you gained, Gee. He's getting so big. He takes up half of my table. He's eating way, way too much. You're eating too much. Look at you. I want you to be healthy. I can't believe it. You're taking up half of mom's table. You're taking up half of my table. I'm supposed to be reading, sir. I'm supposed to be reading. Hi. Jano, you can hear him purring. It's so friggin' loud. He's like, he's purring loud. Um, he can be a turd sometimes, but he's being sweet right now. He's like, give me attention. Yes. Ready. It's interesting because I feel like there's this connection in like a social group or friends or something here that's coming back around here. It's like reunion type of energy. So maybe you'll attend like a class reunion. Maybe it's like an old friend that you had in the past. It's like since you've moved away from this difficult situation, it actually pulls back in like legit people who's supposed to be in your life. Okay, whether it's friends, chosen family. And I believe that this whole situation has really taught you a new belief when it comes to partnerships and like who you are going to allow in and around your energy. That you always have a choice, right? And what you bring to the table is a lot. And also it's like in being very selective in these partnerships or these people you allow in your energy, it makes you very strong because these people that are around you right now, they back you 100%. And it's like a strong, strong connection. They are there for you, they're there with you, right? So that's what I got for you. I'm so sorry about the key cat jumping up here, but Tig wanted to be on the table, purring loudly. Rora's sleeping on the couch over there. I'm surrounded by kitty cats. I feel like you definitely are in the energy. I just want to say this before I let you go. You've had to like break conformity or like you're not conforming. And that has caused some people to be very disrupted. You're making your own traditions, you're doing your own things, and that feels like it's coming up very strongly in your energy. So, an example, someone moves out of their parents' house and they decide when they get out on their own that they're going to do a snow covered tree. This is just an example. So, they do that because their family did not like that, so they want to experience all of the things and create their own tradition that they was not able to, right, when they were within someone's structure before. So it's like this rejection of the old way, rejection of the structure, and where you've already felt like you were excluded, now you're rejecting that structure that made you feel that way and you're creating your own way that's better. And I'm proud of you because this is a lot. But that's what I got for you. And you get purring for 3 to 5 business days because he's been up here purring forever. He's so loud when he purrs. You're purring loud. You saying hi to everybody? You saying hi to everybody? Good boy. Good boy. Good boy, you are. I've got a good heart. Good boy. And that concludes tonight's readings. Did I get everybody? I think I did. That I said I was going to read for before. I said I wasn't going to read anymore. Well, thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me. I very, very much appreciate it. Shout out to all of my members. Greatly appreciate your love and continued support. Soul family, soul tribe, my soul sisters and brothers. Tig's motor's running loud. It's so loud, baby. But I love you guys, and I'm going to go ahead and get off of here, and I will see you again. So I'm wishing you love and blessings, and until I see you again, don't forget to transcend. Bye, guys.